Fire up the Maserati, it's Street Machine. Street Machine is a 1986 game from Software Invasion, a software publisher that I can only see released one other game on the CPC, and that was the well-known BBC classic, well, not so much classic, but game Stairway to Hell, which the BBC website that has all the games on is named after. The reason this one caught my eye is when I was looking for reviews of Electroglide, the same edition that reviewed Electroglide of Amstrad Computer User had a review of this game. And Nigel, Liz and Colin, the three reviewers of Amstrad Computer User, gave this game 15 out of 20, 17 out of 20 and 18 out of 20. And saying things like, Colin says, this game could very easily become habit-forming and has certainly entered my all-time top 10. The execution of the idea is masterly. Nigel says, just play the game. It's really jolly good. And the review makes mention of, to move the 16K of Arnold's screen memory at the speed that is achieved is quite an achievement. It relies on the whole screen being moved so the hardware scrolling can be used. Because of this, nothing in the way of status or score is shown on the screen. So we've got this fabled Amstrad hardware scrolling. Remember all the fuss about that last year on ChinnyVision when some CPC owners got upset because I said basically the CPC really doesn't have any use for games hardware scrolling. But no, we're going to see this thing in action. Wow. The game was re-released by the Powerhouse in 1988, 2 years later as well. And the only other version is on the C64, so let's fire it up. It'd be nice to see an all-time classic. Software Invasion presents Street Machine, thanks to Street Machine Magazine. Is that because you call the game Street Machine and then Street Machine Magazine needed to give permission? Anyway, right, select your car number or wait for the demo. There we are. That's my car. Okay. So this is the amazing hardware scrolling, is it? Yeah. Well, it's a thing, certainly. I was expecting some other cars. The instructions implied there might be, but no, perhaps it's a qualifying lap. Oh, there's another car, Okay, there's another car. It's a bit like the last V8, but more zoomed in. Been playing this quite a while now, and I've really not caught up with that other car yet. There we go, there's the other car. Oh, don't go over the edge, mainly because there's attribute problems. I've got past that other car, though. There is oversteer and understeer, and I've gone off the road. Oh, no, I've reset. The other car flickers along, as indeed you. I'm letting out smoke from my car. The other car drove straight through me. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, that's distracting. So, I thought the instructions imply you get a maintenance screen when you crash. I've crashed again. So he can drive through me, but I can't drive through him. Okay. I'm letting a lot of smoke out the back now. There's parping sound effects, backfiring. Let's try the C64 version, shall we? Well, this is quite different. We've got some other cars to race against, which would be kind of expected for a racing game. Just taking it easy here. I like the way the car handles around the corner. It doesn't just follow around. It kind of, you get oversteer and understeer. It slides a little bit as well. Oh, no, again, that car appears that it can drive through me. But I can't drive through it. I tell you what, though, we've got proper hardware scrolling on the C64, even if it isn't that smooth. It's much more interesting actually having some cars to race against as opposed to one car being just some distance in front. There's supposed to be 4 levels on the game. 1 lap per level, so I'm assuming each lap will take quite a while and that the game map is quite big. Around the corner we go. Not going too fast. Oh, it's a train track. Is it like Supercars 2 with trains coming on? The track's getting narrower. I wonder if the coders of Supercars 2 saw this game. Of course they didn't. It's fairly obscure. No, I daren't go too fast. You could go a little bit faster on the straights, but you don't want to go too fast on those corners because you will come off. Ugh. Right, I can't control the car now. What's happening? I'm in a field. I've gone invisible. I can't see. My car's exploded. Right, I'm going to get the maintenance. There's a big cloud now. Will I get a maintenance screen? No. Right. Restarted the game, trying again. Back to roughly the same point on the map. Oh! I've done it again. Oh, now we get the maintenance chart though. Right, okay. What you've got to do here is you've got 100, not seconds, but something approaching seconds, to get all your damage below, I think it's 79 or 75%. So here we go. We're trying to do this. Get the coolant down. Apparently some things are more important than others, but you've got to guess what they are. Radiator's quite damaged. Right, so is everything below 22 seconds to go? This is page 2. Right, it's trying to spot all these numbers. Where are all the numbers? Where are all the numbers? Is that everything? Is that everything? Have I got everything below? Time out, too much damage remaining. What was the problem there? I couldn't see. And we start again. Back on the Amstrad, my car wishes to explode at some point. It's letting out a lot of smoke from the back. Is that fuel? Do I need to get fuel? Oh, I've crashed. Oh, mode 2. Nice. CPC's 80-column mode being used in a game to good effect here. So I assume we're not all on 2 screens like the C64. Everything's on 1. But there needs to be some coding so you can see the items you need to give attention to. Because you're trying to spot all the items you're trying to reduce to below 79% or 75%, whatever it happens to be. What else do I need to do? Have I got everything here? Have I got everything? Have I got everything? Game over? Oh no, silencers. Oh. Why can't it indicate that when you're repairing? Oh, but it's letting me race on. It's letting me race on. Right, reverse, reverse. That car went around me. I mean, this amazing kind of hardware scrolling here is so good. Did I get some fuel there? Am I crashing? What's going on? I have no idea. Let's drive slowly around the fuel thing. Round the corner. What do I like about this game? I like the large map, all the visual interest around you. Oh! Too fast. I do like the way you have to approach the corners at the right speed. You can't just go full speed through the corner. You will skid off, which is important because the later levels apparently have rain and snow, so that presumably that also impacts the handling. Back on the 64, still on level 1, repairing the car. Right, can I get this right this time? This is too much. This is far too complicated. And trying to spot the numbers is interminable. Why can't it indicate with some kind of colour system or highlighting the items you need to repair that have to be repaired in order to continue? And we got stuff like windscreen wipers on there, windscreen washer. Why? And if you're wondering why the colours have changed, we're now on level 2 on the 64, which is the thunder level. Yes, it's different colours and some thunder and lightning happens. But the map is exactly the same. The handling changes slightly. You skid just a little bit more going around the corners, but I'm going, oh, you see what happens? And here we are again, another 100 seconds of hell on the maintenance screen. Street Machine, well, it might have been fun if you had it as a budget purchase on the C64, but remember this came out originally as a full price game. Those Amstrad Computer User ratings are inexplicable. Smooth hardware scrolling, all this other stuff, it's if it was a budget game you might give it some leeway, but it's not, and it's just interminable, especially because you're not racing. It's some kind of rally setup where people get set off one after the other, and as a result you lose that kind of super sprint aspect of the game, actually racing the other cars, because they're all miles in front, let alone the flickery sprites, the awful handling and that scrolling. Yuck. C64 version is more polished and more enjoyable. It's nothing special though. Full price you'd have felt pretty ripped off. As a budget game released a couple of years later, there were still far better games available, but at least you may have got some fun out of it for your £1.99 or £2.99. It's a game with quite a few interesting ideas and a Super Sprint style top-down view years before supercars came out, but overall it's just disappointing.